Hello, everybody. Luke Flywalker here with another exciting podcast, broadcasting live from St. Aubrey, and we'll put up our St. Aubrey intro there. Beautiful St. Aubrey Airport, and I'm here with my friends Met and AW, and we've got an exciting show for you here today, and I think you're going to really enjoy it. We got some pretty cool stuff to show you here in our Builders Hour, and Met's got a video clip that we're going to show, and we did a little road trip as well in the new RV that AW made, so we're going to be showing that. I've got some other items of interest I want to share with you as we get started here. So let's go around and let my co-host have some opening words here. AW, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back here. Well, I'm usually here anyway, since we've got a nice demo area, and I like to test my planes here. And I hope you can join us because this is a great thing, and we've had some people that dropped by last time, so I think we need more few audience members to come on and join us here at St. Aubrey.
Yes, that's true. That demo area is really cool, and we'll talk a little bit more about that here as we get into the show. Try to encourage people to come over here and demo some of the vehicles. Matt, how you doing today, sir?
Hello, Luke. Hello, AW. I am doing well, and I'm glad to be here. It seems that we are doing podcasts in every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's a good thing too.
yeah,
It's interesting. The topics we are discussing about are interesting. At St. Aubrey, we have this demo zone with really cool stuff, and I'm glad to talk about this podcast too.
yes, that's very good. Uh, so uh, for today's show, again, we're going to talk about the SL Aviation special events or the lack thereof, and I have a special report on the aerobatic teams of Second Life as they gear up for the 2025 season. You didn't even know there was an aerobatic team season, did you? But kind of, it's not an official season, but it just kind of falls into place this way, and I'll talk about that a little bit here. And I do have an update for you on the RFL of SL and the Fly for Life team and our upcoming Expo. We're working hard on that, getting ready to launch that in April, and I'll talk a little more about it. Matt will be sharing with us some stuff about St. Aubrey, and Bull may join us here. He's on the he's on the schedule, so maybe he'll find time to get in here. He may be busy with some other things. I know he has to DJ sometime around this time as well. So then
Spin
our
those records.
yeah, spin those records, DJ. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
what's that? I was trying to think of that Beck song, two turntables and a microphone. So
I don't know. I was thinking
yeah,
play that funky music.
oh yeah, play that funky music. Yeah, that one too. Uh, and then we got a really exciting builders corner here with AW, and we're gonna be looking at the new RV that released this past week, and then some new stuff from PTF and whatever. And then I want to do a little, if we got time. If we run out of time, I won't do it. But I gotta want to talk a little bit about the airport to airport video series that I've worked on for. I think I originally started in 2019, and then I let it lay dormant for a few years after I did so many episodes, and we started it back up again here. I think it was last summer, and did some more. So I'm looking for some ideas for that. We'll talk about that later. Uh, so, do either of you know of any special events that I may have missed in Second Life Aviation? I
No, but I know that there are sometimes, if you are a member of certain groups, you can see postings of aviation-related combat events that
Yes.
seem to happen on almost a daily basis, but they often happen on the weekends. And one of the groups is the Jugo Gulf Combat Communication Group, and another
Okay.
one that I just now found out about is let me just see if I can find it. That's Combatants of SL, and they will often tell you that there's an event. They'll say what the era is, they'll say the nature of it, and they'll invite people to come and just join them for some shooty bang bangs.
Sounds like fun. I
Mm-hmm.
do know I was talking to the people at the Blue Angels sim. It's not the Blue Angels aerobatic team, but it's the Blue Angels combat sim World War II. They have two regions there, and they've really done a lot to make it low lag. And they keep the scripts down and all the textures good. So they don't load your system down. And I know they have a regular weekly event on Sunday afternoon, and I'm not sure if it's restricted. Sometimes I think they have open combat. Sometimes they have World War II and whatever. Sometimes it's jets, I think, and they do have World War One combat there too, uh, which I really like. That's really a whole lot of fun. So yeah.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned textures. You're asking about new things. It's not an event, but there's a new thing that just got posted by the Lindens. They are now allowing people to upload 2K textures to their face and to their bodies. Well, it used to just be 1K, now it's 2K. So that's going to add to the texture load, I think.
Mm,
With I think it's going to affect. If you're already affected by texture load, it's probably not going to make it any easier for you.
yeah.
That now people will be adding tattoos and whatever that are 2K.
Yeah.
That just got announced, I think, yesterday.
Okay. Somebody needs to remind me to flip the screen back over. I had it on the topics screen there while we were talking, but I'm back over on the on the live feed now. So, uh, yeah, that's uh, could be a concern. Uh, and I
Well,
think
hopefully
every
it won't be. They
yeah.
were pretty good with this new release. I don't use the default viewer, but on my work computer, which is just not very strong, I do have an updated viewer, and that new FPS thing, it, it literally bought me another 10 to 12 FPS
It
everywhere.
did
So
really.
yes, yes.
So that's built into the viewer now. Is that right, or what is that?
They've just economized it somehow and improved the FPS.
Hmm. I
So
haven't checked it. I'm on the latest version of Firestorm, I think, unless they came out with one since last week or the week before. I think when I upgraded, maybe it was after we. No, it was before we did the last podcast, so I've been on it for 2 weeks anyway, and
that might be the
it's
same
not
one
too
then.
bad.
That might be the same one because
Yeah.
they said that the Firestorm, the latest version, is also using this code. So
Okay. Well, that's okay then. I'll check out my FPS. I haven't looked at it recently, but I know we did that video this morning and it was pretty good. Uh, it didn't seem near as laggy as the last time I tried to do a vehicle video, but oh,
might be
and
the viewer.
what's that?
Might be the viewer.
It could be. So I did want to tell you I hadn't shared. We shared about the Helicar the last time in the last podcast, and the Saturday the next day I did the grid drive with the Helicar the whole time and the whole way, and it worked very well.
Well,
Because
I'm
and
glad to hear that.
that was a great drive for it because you just drove a land vehicle and then a helicopter at one point, and then the rest
Mm-hmm.
was all land vehicle. So it was really perfect for the Helicar, and it was pretty nice not to have to change vehicles, and it performed very well. I was really pleased with it.
That's nice to hear. That's one of the vehicles I have that is a little more complex. So it's good that it
Yeah,
did make it through all the sim crossing.
yeah, that's good. So let's see here. I think what else? So yeah, the weekly combat events, and we also talked about. I think in the last two podcasts we've talked about the SL uh, Grid Flight Group. Skyward Flying Club is what they call it, and they fly. I think they take a week off, maybe the last Saturday of the month, but they usually have grid flights around. I think they're still scheduled at 1 p.m. Second Life time, something like that. So the drivers of SL group drives, if you want to join, of course you can do a drivers of SL drive at any time. Uh, and they're usually active for 2 weeks on the server. So you have usually 2 weeks to complete a drive and get the completion reward. And then if you want to do a group drive, they're at 11:30 a.m. on Saturday mornings, and then 11:59 p.m. on Saturday night. So I can't say that
Crazy.
I can't say that I've ever been on one, but they do that for the Asian uh, players, and some European people too, because it's early morning for them.
Yeah, you
And
can have 40 people all driving into each other.
yeah, 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 they are. That midnight one is pretty crazy, and you got all these crazy avatars running around with all the crazy animations on them and stuff. But yeah, so it's a fun time, and it's a huge group now, over 7,000 people in it. So that's been a boon to traveling in Second Life. It's gave it a
It's a
whole
boon to
new.
builders too.
Yeah, oh yeah, for
If
sure.
you build anything having to do with ground vehicles, that's the place to be a sponsor.
Yes, for sure. Okay, what else we got going here? Let's call back up and I'm going to remember to turn it off this time. My topics menu. Come on, topics. Why aren't you popping up now? There we go. So yeah, so the aerobatic teams. Before I go on, is there anything else either of you want to add to the SL Aviation special events? Yes, no? Did I lose you?
No,
No, really can't think of anything.
Okay. And hold on a second. I just noticed something, and I hope I don't create a feedback loop here, but let's see here. Say something to me.
We are saying, and we're talking.
I'm
Okay.
listening.
We're
Okay,
talking
I
and we're
think I got it.
testing.
Okay.
Okay, now we're good. 'Cause I don't think you were going out over the audio stream there, because I had that one input shut off. I was afraid it was going to cause some echo or feedback stuff, but I think we're good now. So,
On the
okay.
Xeno?
Yeah, on the land stream too. So I think you're good. So if you're listening on the audio stream, and I do have 5 people or 6 people on there, so sorry about that. But AW and Met are here with me, and
We're
so
here.
you can also tune in on YouTube, which there's hardly any latency there. I noticed as soon as we say something here, it's just pretty quick. It's on YouTube, so that's probably the best way. Even if you can't watch it, you can have it up or you can listen to it. So we're good. We really do need to get a director though, or a producer that can monitor stuff for us while we're here. So,
Yep,
cause
so that's a help wanted there.
yeah, so
Also, I think if there's any more builders that want to be featured on here, if you
yeah,
would come in, like to do voice, come and do a podcast with us so we can feature you at a builder's corner.
yes, that's right. Hold on there. I thought I lost you again. Hmm. Okay. Uh, let's go on to the next topic here, and we have a special report on the aerobatic teams of Second Life, and I kind of wanted to dovetail that off of the SL Aviation special events, because that's a good way if you want to do a special event for your airport, that's a really good way of promoting your airport and bringing a pretty good number of people in to see your facilities when you do an aerobatic show. So, I mean, you can have one team or two teams or invite them all if you got enough time and enough uh, patience to coordinate all that. It does take a little bit of preparation, and there are some requirements around the sims and where the teams can fly. Most everybody, most all the teams want you to fly on a separate sim, adjacent to your airport sim. So, like here at St. Aubrey, it's perfect for that. That we have water sims on all the sides, so you could put the audience on one sim, and then the planes would be flying out on the other sim. So I'm going to show up. If you guys are watching YouTube, I'm going to pop up some videos here.
Yeah, it was great watching it last time.
Yeah, I'm going to
well they do
kill the sound on that one. So this one video I've got up here is from Team Anemone. That's the Anemone Wing Walkers. And actually in this video I'm flying as a wing walker on here because they wanted me to do the day in the life of a wing walker, and the whole flight from a wing walker's point of view. So you can see we're flipped upside down and everything else, and it's pretty cool. So I did it, with a mouse, from mouse view, a lot of it. And so Team Anemone wing walking is a pretty fun team, and they fly those Waco biplanes, and yeah, and they're always looking for wing walkers. I guess the turnover rate's pretty high on wing walkers. But you can't get
don't turn over too much.
Yeah, you can't get life insurance or health insurance as a wing walker. But
you probably got free parachutes out of the deal, though.
Yeah. So Flora Friana is the coordinator for the whole team, and she does the all the choreography, I should say, for the wing walkers, and she has, the stands there are loaded with different poses. So it's not just random poses; they're actually going through a choreographed routine, as well as the pilots. And I flew.
Recognize that airport.
Yeah, that's Fiji Island Airport. So I flew as a pilot with the wing walkers up here until about last year or so, and then I'm just on Team Phoenix now. But yeah, it's fun, and I really miss flying with the wing walkers, and I'll probably return back there someday. So, and this was in preparation for the SL-18B show. So that was the wing walkers. Now I'm going to show you the smoke squadron. Let me kill the sound here. So this is the Brazilian team, and they are really amazing. They call them, and they're modeled after the real life Brazilian Air Force stunt squadron, and they call it the smoke squadron as well. And when you see them take off here,
that looks like a real airport in Rio.
Yeah, I think they modeled it after that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And yeah, this was I didn't see, I forgot the date. This was a couple years ago at their 10th anniversary, I think it was, being here in Second Life as a group. And a lot of the people that's in this group are actually in the real life Brazilian military. So when they get up and start flying here, which they're just about to do, you'll see why they call them the smoke squadron. But they haven't turned on their smoke yet, but they've got a lot of smoke, and there it goes on. And so yeah, they're fast paced, and they do a bunch of random maneuvers, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And that's the thing, people don't realize this is like real entertainment because it's very entertaining to come and watch these shows. So that's as
Oh,
you
I
can
see a
see.
tail slide there.
Yeah, yeah, they do all kinds of crazy stuff, and that's the planes that they fly in real life too. They what are those? I forget the name of
Is
them. I
that a
should have wrote
Tucano?
that. Yeah, yeah, it's a Tucano. So yeah,
I can't remember what this. There is a plane called a Super
yeah,
Tucano. I thought maybe that was it, but
yeah. So that's the Smoke Squadron Brazilian team, and then I have now we watched the Hawks last year. I had to kill
Good
the.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hawks SL-19B Air Show.
So the Hawks kind of were instrumental in getting air shows started at the SL birthday events, and for some reason this last year they didn't ask anybody to do it, so I'm not sure what happened there. But this was of course 2019, and the theme was steampunk, and that was one of my favorite SLB set themes and setups. But they made flying recliners.
yes,
They're kind of
Lazy Boy.
like, yeah, but when they still fly all the same routines that they do in their jets, so it's pretty cool. And so we did this one, and I announce for them, and usually in the videos, when I do the videos, I just do music or something, and put titles up. But this one I narrate it with the announcements like I do their regular air shows. So they have a script. They gave me a script to
It looks like
read
a
it.
ceiling fan on top of the thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a gyrocopter, I think. With the big
Oh yeah, like
blade
an
on
auto
top.
gyro.
Yeah, yeah. So, but you see, it's funny, but it's really a crowd pleaser. And the year before that, they did a Australian theme, and that was very cool. And we played Australian didgeridoo music and stuff with during their show and everything. It was pretty cool. That video's up. All these videos are on my YouTube channel and under the SL Aerobatic Teams playlist.
Look
So
at that
there's a lot of them
sky.
on there. Yeah, yeah. I can't remember what sky it was I set, but they're flying through their banner, and they have a big Hawks emblem blazes up there, and they
Now
do.
they usually fly the BAE Hawk.
Yeah, yeah, they usually do. But they have flown other, they've flown World War II planes. They've flown biplanes. They have a X-wing, and they did a Star Wars theme show, and so it's pretty cool what they do.
I'm
So
getting an ET vibe from this.
yeah, yeah.
I'm hearing the John Williams music right now in my head.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. Now I have uh, my team. I'll show you there. They're doing their tango on this one. I'll show you a couple more here. Maybe I'll fast forward a little bit through it here because it is the whole video. So here they're coming around for. They do the. Remember we watched them on the last one. They did the Wheel of Death, and
Oh yeah.
that's pretty good. They do it twice on this video, and they usually do in their show. They'll call and say the lead pilot will say, "You want to try it one more time?" And they go, "Yeah, let's do it again." So they usually do it twice, and they pull it off each time. I haven't seen them mess up yet, so yeah, I think this is it
Well,
coming
what
up
could go
here.
wrong? I mean,
Yeah, right.
it's only called the Wheel of Death.
Yeah, they're only flying 5 planes at each other. And, okay, that was just the firecracker, they call it, which is the same setup at the
Oh yeah.
beginning, and but in the Wheel of Death, of course, they do the loop in the center. So let me see. I'll move on up here. So there's they're about to return back here. I may have missed it. So, okay, no, they're not. Anyway, I'll move on because I don't want to take up a whole lot of time. We're already used up about a half hour. So, I did want to show Team Phoenix, and this was made after the Fly for Life. I made this at the Fly for Life.
Smoke off. Set flaps.
I'll leave the audio on here for a minute. What's that?
It's a twin-tail trainer with a single engine. I don't know what that is.
I can't. Was this our T7? I can't remember. I tell you the truth, I should have wrote this down. I can't look at my inventory right now to tell you, but so yeah, this is so Team Phoenix, and we're at the Fly for Life
What
event.
someone's got to make is a good T-38. I haven't seen one in Second Life. The
Yeah, you're right
T-38's a
about
solid
that.
plane. It's like the F-5.
Yeah. So if you watch this, of course, you get to hear pilot. Well, Wade is our lead pilot, and he does everything in voice. A lot of the other teams just use text commands, which to me is really hard, to communicate while you're trying to fly and typing, doing these stunts. But they usually have everything set up on,
Yeah, if you see me
macro
flying into the
keys.
side of the mountain, it's because I'm trying to.
Yeah.
chat.
They have all their commands, all their chat commands, or whatever they want to tell the team in the gestures, so they can just hit a F key and get it. So anyway, so Team Phoenix, we're a formation flying team, and we have choreographed stunts that we do, and it's a lot of fun. We try to fly as close formation as we can, as Second Life will allow. So it's a fun team, and we practice. Well, if we come up on a show, we'll practice more, but we practice at least once a week. We fly through our whole routine every week, so we know it pretty much by heart. Now, this last one here are the Second Life Blue Angels. I'll go ahead and show you those. And Captain Vicky Kuhn, who's the first name that pops up on that list, she has vanished from Second Life, and everybody's a little worried about her. So I don't know, but she's the one that actually kind of taught me combat aviation. She was in the Flying Tigers, and they had a combat flight class school that I went to. Probably one of the most worthwhile things I've done since I've been in Second Life. So
You learn a lot about how to fly.
yeah, you do, and just general how to recognize planes, by the shapes and things like that. Things that they would teach combat pilots in World War II. And
So silhouette recognitions.
yeah. So here's they do close precision flying. That knife edge pass is pretty cool right there. That's one of their things. Now the PAF, the French Air Patrol, is the first team that I started working with, Aerobatics team, and that's been 12, 13 years ago. And they had I own the sim right next to them. You see the sim out there with the cabins, log cabins in the lake. That was my sim. And they had their base here, their main base. And it's like watching a ballet in the sky when you watch them. They're pretty amazing. And this video, they have six planes.
Those look like hawks.
Yeah, I think they are. They're, if I remember right. And they use 6 planes. They have 2 solo planes that take off in this routine, and it's pretty cool. So, yeah. And they're pretty high speed flying and exciting.
Yeah, they got quite a roll rate there.
Yeah, they do good. So that's again the aerobatic teams of Second Life, and I didn't put up the roulettes. I don't know if the roulettes are active right now. I know one of their members is out of Second Life for a while, and I don't know if they're coming back or what the deal is. So I don't want to say too much about that. But the Roulettes are the Australian team, and actually there's just 2 members on it right now, and both of those people are Australian. So it's pretty cool that they do that, and they are high speed, and really they're the fastest team on the grid.
Wow.
On the SL Aviation Aerobatic circuit. So again, if contact me, and I'll put you in contact with the team captains if anybody's wanting to do an air show. Matt, we need to talk about doing one here at St. Aubrey. I think this would be an ideal place for one.
Yes,
We
good idea.
yeah, we did one a few years ago at the Jamaica sim. I don't know if it's still in existence or not. And we had Jamaica theme stuff, and they'll paint up the planes, and the pilots will wear theme stuff. So we could do some kind of island theme here, and it'd be pretty cool. So need to talk about that. It's a great way, again, to promote your airport if you have the facilities to do it. And this place would be ideal for that with the sailing sims, because they're so good for sailing. It'd be the same for flying. Okay, let's
Have
go.
you ever had a special on the passenger airlines?
No, I did a video where I chartered a flight and had on the airport to airport, and had the he ran. I think he's left. I haven't seen him around for a long time, but he flew me from airport to airport, as a charter flight on an airline. But that's a good idea to do that.
I know in passengers, which is another one of the groups, passengers of SL, there are often flights being posted by about 5 or 6 airlines that are very active.
Yeah. Yeah, the passengers of SL. We need to highlight that group here on one of our future podcasts, because that's been around for a while, and it's a pretty cool group. I have dabbled in airlines sometimes, doing stuff with it, but I never got into it real seriously where I did flights all the time. We did a thing for Fly for Life where we did it as a fundraiser one season on our RFL fundraising season. So, okay, back to the topics. We're up to the Team Fly for Life update. We are planning to have the Fly for Life sims open for the whole month of April, and our air show will be April 12th and 13th. We used to do the air show all in one day on the Sunday. Now we're dividing it up into 2 days. It's easier on everybody involved, and it gives more exposure to gives people more time to look around the sims and everything. We'll have an air racing track, some version of the museum. I'm still working on that. I'm going to make it a little bit different than I have the last couple years. And I think we'll do some things like have you ever flown or messed with the war bugs?
Oh, I've definitely seen them.
The little tiny planes. They're fun. So I think you can get war bug resers, so we can put those out. So we're going to have a war bug combat day, and I've got a thing. I should have popped a video in of this. I think I got one of the battle balloons. Have you ever saw the battle balloons?
That I have not seen.
They're like steampunk type flying machines. They have, and you have to have a pilot and a gunner on them, and then you fly around and you shoot. Their guns are like cannons, shoot out cannonballs, and you fly around and shoot each other down. And then they have like repair stations. So if you can make it up and dock with a repair station, you can get your balloon repaired. But it's really hard to do, but you can do that. So it's got a reser. So you just go to, it's like a platform, and you go on that, and res your balloon and hop in it, and they're very well done. They're steampunk type vehicles, flying vehicles.
Well,
So
that
it's
sounds like a lot of fun.
yeah,
It
it's
also
cool.
sounds like a whole lot of fun to do a pylon race. I've never done one of those here
Yeah,
in Second Life.
and in the past 2 years, we let anybody fly any plane, which we still will do. But we give away prizes. We have some of the builders, give put up prizes for the top times, like the top 3 times. But this year we're going to make just, and we haven't decided which plane we're going to use, but to compete for the prize, you have to do the time. Everybody has to do the time in the same plane,
Wow.
because we had people, they come up with these super hopped up planes and do a ridiculous time that nobody else can match.
Pulling 18 Gs
Yeah,
every turn.
yeah, yeah. In fact, the guy that did it last time, I mean, it was amazing. But he did in a war bug he had modified, and I mean, it was amazing to watch him. But what happens is it just makes it kind of unfair, because people say, oh, I can't do that, I can't go that fast, I'm not even going to try. So, if we have the same plane, we'll have a reser there or whatever, and people can fly.
PC-7.
Yeah, yeah, we might do that. We need to talk. Wade from Team Phoenix is helping me organize this year, so him and I have to meet together, and probably some others. We may pull you in, AW, on this and see, but we need to come up with something. So, and then we'll probably have just an open flying day when people can come in and just fly around, because when you fly on those sims, you won't want to ever fly anywhere else, because they're the super sims or whatever, the show sims that
Oh yeah, they're
Linden
high
have.
capacity servers.
Yeah, high capacity servers, and yeah, it's just amazing. It's like flying in the aerobatic teams is like zero lag, and it's just a whole lot of fun. So we'll probably open it up just so people can fly around, and we'll have we're going to talk to you. I don't know if Wade's probably not contacted you yet, AW, and Mickey, and we have several builders there that you can have your vendors there and everything, have a display area, and probably
that'd be fantastic.
the day
more free publicity.
Yeah. So the day when we do, have the open fly day, we'll let you put out resers, if you want to demo resers if you want to. We won't have those every day because we don't want people flying when we're trying to do the air shows and things, but when we have that open fly day. And then we did a thing where we had last year, and it was pretty popular, fly with the teams, so people can come and ride with the aerobatic teams, when they're practicing, or just with one pilot and go through some of the stunts that we do and things like that.
You get to fly their planes too?
Yeah, you can if you want. We didn't have anybody do that, but last year, but we'll probably try to encourage some people to do that again this year.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. That's in
Yeah.
April.
Yeah. So, and I think I had another person contact me that does a Relay for Life fundraiser, and they wanted to do their air show on the same weekend that we do ours, the 12th, or we're planning ours on April the 12th, and they wanted the same day, but since we'd already scheduled, they moved theirs to March the 29th, I think it is. So
well, that's a better choice. So it's
yeah,
no conflict with each other.
yeah. So and that's the Sunbeamers, and we'll be promoting that here on the podcast when I get some information about it. Once they get that thing lined out. So anyway, that's the update for Fly for Life Expo, and it's going to be a fun and exciting time for sure.
Yeah, I want to try those super sims.
Yeah, they're.
If they have some borders, I'm going to be cranking the F-14 up to 180% full afterburner. So
Yeah.
how many sims I can go through.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Okay, so that's an update. Now we're going to turn it over to Matt Mez for a St. Aubrey update. Matt, what do you got for us?
Yes. Well, at Canterbury, as a small airfield, we don't have a lot of changes. We have experienced a quiet time, quiet operations, as every time. But since we have the demo zone, we have some messages, some new things, some topics. They are really crazy. And I think our next topic on the list, the bus we are talking about, is one of these novelties on Saint-Tropez. So I prefer to go to this topic and to talk about it's really something has changed on Saint-Tropez with the car we have talked about last time, and now the bus we are outside of the studio here. These are the things they are new now at Saint-Tropez.
Yes. So, just a minute while I'm cammed out to the, since you mentioned the demo area, before we go to the bus, let's talk about the demo area again. What have you got? You know, tell us a little bit about that and the idea behind it.
As I have talked about last time, it's new for most people. The rangers here at Canterbury, they know it now. Some of them came and asked us how to use, but it's not a lot of public. We have a counter who is there, and some people they come, but not every day a lot. I think it takes time for getting usual. As it in the podcast is here, we are talking about, so people can hear that. Maybe they will come and have a look. But I'm glad to have it here, and well, maybe in next month or so, next month again, more people will come here and use the vendors and try out the machines, the boats, the cars, the planes, and so on.
Okay, now the question I have is this open to other builders or?
We have now Mickey and AW,
Yes,
and we don't plan to open it for public. It does not make sense to have a dozen of builders here.
right.
We are a small airfield, and there is not the place for that. But we are talking about every builder who will come here. But now we have chosen AW and Mickey, and let's see how it develops.
Yes, okay, that's great. Yeah. Uh, and that's probably true. I mean, you get too many, even just demo resers here, you're going to start lagging things out and everything. So it's probably, this is a really good setup that you have here. So,
Oh, that's
okay,
great for us.
you.
But like I
yes,
said, I think other builders should know that you can be featured on this program. Just contact us.
yes, please do. And, we're looking for, get a wide range of opinions and ideas and things. So that's what makes Second Life special. So go ahead now, Matt, with your on the RV.
Yes, as I have said, it's a very impressive thing because we have cars, we have airplanes, bicycles, boats, and many fun vehicles in Second Life. As I have seen the bus, I was very astonished and glad that about the idea of AW. I have made a video to show it, and I can give some comments to the video if you like.
Okay.
Is it good for you?
Yes, are you ready to roll? I'm going to bring it up right now. Here we go.
Okay.
So it should be streaming for you.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Hmm.
This is a fantastic video.
Yeah, it's good. You did well.
I
Are you?
cannot
This is
see
this
the
is his
video.
custom paint job for my RV too.
Has it not
I
come
hope
up
they'll
for
make them
you yet, Matt?
available.
Yeah,
Where is it, the video?
it's on YouTube. Have you got the YouTube called up?
I have.
It should be
Sorry for that,
streaming.
but that,
You might not be live. You gotta hit the live button.
well, I don't see it. I can give the comment. Well, I have never seen a camper van up close. So this may be because there are not that many places where you can reasonably drive a camper van in Second Life. Now on Saint Aubray, we have a wonderful camper van from AW, the Omega RV Crate Bus. You can see the blue version of it. We have it now here, and it's early in the morning, so I had to turn on the light. I have chose the place on the Mediterranean continent. We see how the bus elegantly turns the corner, even though it is so big. It is pleasant to drive along this beautiful shore. Even the daily lag has not affected it.
It does very well. Yeah, it really does. And
So enjoy the trip. And now, first I have chosen the blue version of it, and it's morning. I think it's a good mood to be passenger here in the bus and to watch how it drives along the shore to the direction south.
yeah, it's
As
beautiful.
I cannot see the video
You're
now,
right in
it,
sync with it. It's like you're watching it. And now the
Yeah,
white one just came up.
the white one's on.
Yeah.
okay. The white one is still on the same continent, but now it's lunchtime. It's very hot here on this continent, so the white paint is the best match. We are now going to a beach to enjoy the bus and the water bit. The bus also drives off-road, as you can see. It has no problems with the sand. The engine is powerful enough. I like the noise of the bus, and if you could hear it, if it drives back, you can listen to beep, beep, beep too. That's a very good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
worked for a long time to get just the right beep for that, believe it or
yeah.
not. It took me a
Okay,
while to get that.
I'm
Look at
very
it.
happy to hear that. If the camera shakes a bit here, you can see it. It's not because I have a bad mouse, it's just the omnipresent lag, but you
Yeah,
can still get a
right.
good view of the bus as
Yeah,
it stands.
and you're
Well, I
driving
think
it.
this is
Then,
where Lyra and I are going to take our next bus trip.
uh,
Yeah, that's for
then we are changing to the inside. Is it so far?
We're just about to. You just come to a stop, and now it's going in reverse. You're
you're on the
just
beach.
looking
That's,
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
water now.
yeah. So you can camp out here and
Yeah, it's for everyone.
jump out and go for a swim and come back.
Yeah. Well, you can imagine that, but there is no pause. Then you can watch a little bit the inside of the bus.
Hmm.
Is it as far?
We're still on the outside, but as I recall from the video, I think we're just a few moments away from it going into the
Yeah,
inside.
Okay.
yeah. You're panning around there.
So this
Yeah.
is available now. Like the last broadcast we did, it was still in development, but now it's actually on the market. So
Yeah. And the inside has a lot of poses. That's a very good idea. It's a really good made as a camping bus has to be.
Yeah, if
You
you
can
drive
do
the standard
everything.
version, then there's 8 different static sits, but if the adult version has a whole lot of different poses in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Well,
We're
good.
seeing
everything
inside now,
is
so it's a little tour of
okay. You
the
can
main.
see it. You have the chairs. You have the possibility to cook, to drive. Then behind the car is the bed. Um, it's very good furnished. Compliment to AW. It has a lot
Yes.
of interesting animations. Maybe AEW, you can certainly tell us more about it afterwards, or now if you want.
Sure.
Yeah. You want me to
Well, the
run
the
off?
model is from Motors. The scripting, sounds, design, systems, that's all me. It has my radio in it, has TV, and like I said, there's 8 different sits, including the driver. It is GTFO enabled right out of the box, and if you do a GTFO trip, it will have a little sort of surprise. There's extra little cargo crates in there, and it also is the very first bus that's ever in GTFO.
Cool.
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
that's
that directly
important.
from Joan. They've never had a bus before, so this is the
Cool.
first one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Then video changes to the evening, the mood in the evening. I have placed it here at Saint Aubrey, beneath the fireplace we have at Saint Aubrey, to show how it matches very well.
Yeah.
A camping bus, then a fireplace, maybe some other people then. By the way, it's another painting. The third painting I have shown in this video is the original painting from the vendor, one of the original paintings. Yes, this evening, and it fits in this cozy place. Well, that's
Yes, that's
what
the
I want to show.
that's the light paint that I made.
Yeah. Very nice.
So it's
I
it's
have made.
modifiable, and if you want to retexture it, it comes with the original map. So
Mhm.
you just have to take that out of Second Life and then put your textures on it, and then you bring it back in, and you can texture the
Yeah.
exterior of the bus easily. But it
Maybe I will
will come with
create
about
some.
4 or 5 different versions that I've included.
Maybe I will create some other textures too. I have made the paintings of Saint Aubrey to can do both advertising for Saint Aubrey as well as for your bus. So if we are driving around with this bus, I think people can show both, and I hope they are asking where they can buy it.
Yeah, I need to get one for the SL Aviation network so when we go on the road we can travel in the RV.
Yeah, you could put a little SL Aviation Network sign on the side.
Yeah, we can put the sign on the side, and then I got my broadcast, remote broadcast tent we can set up out next to it. And,
Yeah.
Just put a big antenna on top of the bus.
yeah, yeah. So very good. Anything else you want to add, Matt, to that?
Okay. No, that's what I have to
Okay.
say. That's a new
Yeah.
thing at Canterbury.
Okay, very good. We did a short video too. I put up a little bit of it there. Just let it run for a minute. But this is AW driving his creation. So, and we were
Yeah,
at
it's my favorite view, of course, is the interior.
yeah, the second Norway there, and so it's pretty cool. It does very well for a big vehicle like that. It does. It crosses the Sims and
Yeah, Lyra and I were also experiencing some really tight turns and everything. It does a good job.
yeah,
It's not a
yeah,
bicycle,
it really does.
but it can handle a lot of what you throw at it.
Yeah, yeah. So very good. Okay, let's go on. We're getting short on our time here, but I mean we got more time, of course. Uh, yeah, so I'm back on the camera here showing the ones that Met has Force setting out here on display by the terminal with his uh, paint jobs on there, and it's very nice. Uh, Great way to promote your sim or business or whatever too. I mean,
I could
Thank
almost see
you.
those carrying people from one building to their
yeah,
aircraft or something, you know.
yeah. So if you want to come and demo one, I'm going to come back over here to the demo reser. You can
Yeah, you
demo
can
one
demo them
out
right
here.
from the reser here.
Yep, you can demo one from the reser. Please watch out if you drive out across where planes are taxiing or landing or whatever. But you can drive down to the beach or whatever, and check it out. It's awesome. Uh, okay, anything else, Matt, you want to add before we move on to uh, AW's segment here on some new builds?
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
AW, back to you, man. You're going to show us what you got cooking out here.
Yeah, back to me. Thank you. Well, I couldn't ask for a better promotion for the bus, so we'll just move on from there. There are two products that I wanted to talk about that are new. Both of them are going to be available soon. They are not available just yet, but they will be very soon. And the first one is well, maybe I should get control of my avatar here. I'll stand up just so I can walk out there. The first one is the F-14. This is from PTF, that's Pinewood Tank Factory, the same company that brought you this PC-7 aircraft, the A-10. And I think I've also presented a few other ones on our programs here, but this is going to be my most complex build yet. It's the kitchen sink. There's everything in here. It does, well, let me just get my AO off here. So it'll sweep the wings, and it does everything. So the wing sweep is actually automated based on your speed. When you're on the ground, you can just do it so that you're able to more easily taxi. This thing is supposed to be on an aircraft carrier deck, so it also has a tail hook, which I just put down there. And in addition to the tail hook, there is a catapult mode where you say catapult, and then it'll give you instructions, and then you basically take the brakes off, and boom, it launches you up much more quicker than you would with a normal takeoff. And the same thing with the tail hook. If you drop the tail hook, it does a trap mode where as soon as that tail hook makes contact, the thing is just going to yank you back. So you can land on a dime when you have that tail hook down. You got to be careful with it though. And this thing also features, it's the very first time I've done this, but Phoenix missiles, which will target 4 separate targets at once. So from anywhere on sim, that's a new thing, and it's taken me a really long time to get that targeting system working. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to people flying this thing, and a lot of people have been seeing me develop it, and they all want it, and I think it's just going to be a great plane. It also has drop tanks, so you just say drop, and there they go. And now we got a lot of gasoline around here, so
I
just
see
don't light
that.
any matches, but
Which missiles are the Phoenix missiles?
they're the big ones underneath.
The big ones
4 in the
underneath.
belly
Okay.
there, the AIM-54s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you got 4 AIM-54s, 2 AIM-120s,
Nice.
and 2 AIM-9 Sidewinders on the outside.
Nice.
And there's a gun on there too, Vulcan. You can hear that.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. So I think it'll launch a missile. It takes a little while for them to load. There they go. Oh, I think it just blew something up.
Us. No.
Keep blowing things up. And so that's going to be coming from PTF. It's going to be the next release. I'm not sure exactly when. It's like I said, it's the most complicated build that I've done. So there's still more debugging and stuff, but it's getting close. You know, it's very flyable now, and we're just about there. And then the other thing is, this is from Blake Sea Fleet. This is a product that's new from Blake Sea Fleet. If you're not familiar with them, it's a group. It's like a military role play group, but they have locations, and they do patrols. They do combat events with ships, with planes. They've got a whole lot of people in their group. And this is going to be available from Blake Sea Fleet. I have scripted the entire thing. This is a radar system that actually works. And I don't know if you can see close up on the screen.
Yeah, I'm cammed into it. So.
But if I move my avatar, I'll just go into fly mode so you can see me, and you should be able to see the dot moving. Hopefully you can. I'm just sort of flying around.
Yeah, it's moving around there.
Yeah, that's what it does. And,
cool.
And so you set this thing up, and you'll notice when I come back here, I'm not centered on it, right? See, we're a little bit off center. That's because now if you cam up to where there is an antenna there, it has an external antenna, which is an option. You can either have no antenna, in which case this unit here, the scanning unit will be the antenna, and that's where the center will be. Or you can place anywhere on sim this rotating antenna, which picks up the signal. And wait, there's more. There's one last little tidbit of information. Let me just add this here. So if you happen to accidentally shoot it or fly into it with a plane, it gets destroyed. And when it does, if you go back to our radar unit, you see the radar unit dies. And so there is a certain amount of time that will pass before it gets repaired, which right now I think is only about 10 or 20 seconds. Once it gets repaired, then it's back to up and running again. So this is going to be a new thing, and this is a perfect addition to airports if you're an airport owner. I think it's a lot of fun, and I've had a ton of fun designing this thing and making it work and everything. You see now it's back to working again.
It's cool.
The only other thing that I can show you about this is if you have two of them, you can have more than one. Let me just find it here. You can have more than one dish. There's a whole menu system for configuring it.
Oh, yeah.
If I arm it, but I also disconnect the uplink, then you can use it just as basically a non-functioning dish.
Just for looks, or for.
Well, yeah, for looks, but also if you just happen to be a little sloppy with your driving.
Oh.
And well, I'm just looking the other way, and I had to check a text. Oh, wait a minute, what happened? So, it doesn't happen with an avatar. If you have a really, really tiny vehicle, it doesn't work. But
I hope you got good insurance.
yeah,
That's cool. So I love the vintage look of the console. That's really neat.
Yeah, that's going to be coming from BSF. That's Blake Sea Fleet. So those are the two new things that I have to show for everyone.
All right. And no date yet on the radar when it's going to be released?
No. We don't have a date for that, but I know my development phase for it is just about complete. At this point, we're just looking to see if anything is broken. So I imagine it will be pretty soon. And as far
Okay.
as the F-14, it still needs a few more things, but I'm hoping that it'll be within a week or two.
Awesome. Okay. Very good. Nice presentation there, AW. I love it. Good stuff. Can't wait to get that F-14. That's going to be fun. Okay, that brings us, we're a little bit over time, but hey, that's okay. Uh, and we'll probably try to do this again in 2 weeks if everybody's available and you know, all the spirits line up for us. And so if you want, as AW has mentioned several times during the show now, if you want to uh, feature your build or come and talk to us about uh, your build and building activities and whatever, please let us know. Or maybe you have an airport you want to promote and you want to come on and talk about it, or an aviation group even. We can feature you on here. We just need to know about it, and we'll tell you how to get involved and put you on the podcast with us.
Yes, it'd be great to have you join us.
Yeah. And of course, this podcast is available now up on my YouTube channel, SL Aviation Network, and it will be available on the Zeno.fm. Just search out MTFB Radio on there, and you can listen to us. Of course, we were broadcasting live on the MTFB Radio stream. And that reminds me, I've probably got a bunch of ads that's went in the queue, so I'll try to get on there and kill them in a minute. But Met or AW, do you have anything else you want to say before I close the stream?
Well, thanks again for having us here. This is a wonderful place to be, and I've always had a real enjoyable time doing these podcasts. So I look forward to the next one.
Yeah, yeah, it's just fun. I really enjoy it.
And I thank you both to be here. It's a very good thing, really. I'd be glad to have you both here. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, AW.
Yes. Okay. So with that, we're going to say so long, and we'll see you all next time. As soon as I can get my controls up here, I'm going to kill the stream. And hope you enjoyed the show. And if you didn't get in for the whole thing, just wait for a few minutes, and the video will be available on YouTube. So take care, everyone. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye-bye.